Hey, it's me. It's animated me. I'm your host, Andy Burrows, and it's time for another episode of Completed It. Movie reviews, pop culture, celebrity guests, and all that good stuff. Oh, and my good friend over there, Sasha Lari, that's my co-host. Hey, Satch, hit the titles, brother. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Yes, we had a little bit of time off. Life gets in the way. I'm busy. The man at the bottom of my screen, green shirt guy, Sasha Olari, was very busy working away. And in our top left, as you can see, I'm calling him co-host. He's here with us. Neil, how are you, sir?
I am good, sir. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. We've kind of had like a week and a half of not doing this. I had to remember what we were doing, but like I say, life got in the way. But welcome everybody back to Completed It. We're here to talk all things movies and pop culture and everything that's going on in the movie world right now. Boys, I went and saw Ballerina yesterday. We talk often on this channel about spin-offs, and we've done Star Wars spin-offs. Neil, we know your opinion on them. We've done the Marvel stuff and the spin-offs. We've talked Loki. We've talked all of them. Sash, before we get into Ballerina, so full disclosure, he hasn't even seen it yet, but he didn't want to be left out. Bless him. He didn't want to be all at home on his own, not doing the episode. Sash, when you heard that John Wick was kind of doing a spin-off, because let's be honest, this is what it is. It's set between movie three and four. What did you think? Were you like, seems to be the norm now? It's what everyone does.
Hey, look, I'm game if it's good. I mean, like, Chad, what's his name? I keep getting his name wrong.
Who you on about? The director was
The director,
Len
Chad.
Wiseman.
Starsky? Is that how
No,
you pronounce it?
no, the OG Wick director, Chad.
Yeah, Chad Shistowski, I think.
Stowski,
Yeah,
yeah.
Chasavsky.
We'll
Yeah,
call him Chad.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
A good old Chad. As long as Chad's in, I'm there, innit? I
Kalelski.
know, I know. Len
Kalelski.
Wiseman
Len
directs.
Wiseman directed.
Len
You've also done
Wiseman
Underworld movies
directed,
and
but
things like that. Oh, and we'll get to
Yeah.
Neil's. Yeah, we'll get to Neil's views on that in a minute. By the looks of
yeah,
it,
I got a lot of reviews on that. But you know what? I heard.
I liked
I've not
Underworld.
seen it, but I heard that Chad had to step in there for the reshoot. So I'm hoping the action is similar to John Wick, but if it's more Wiseman kind of S stuff, I can live with that to a degree. It's not put it this way. The only Len Wiseman film I like is Die Hard 4. That is it. All right. I'm not a big Underworld fan.
The one with his
Ah,
son.
No, no, no. That was
That was
terrible.
4.0.
No, no, that
no, that
was
was
that,
five.
that no, no,
No, that was 4.0, wasn't it?
no, no,
No,
that was five.
four is the one with the daughter.
The one with the daughter.
Yes, five was the one
Yeah,
with the son. That was over in like an hour and 20 minutes. Yes, I'm with
yeah.
you
The
now.
one with the son was bollocks, mate. That doesn't
Yeah.
exist.
It's like
That
Shaft
doesn't.
2. Shaft 2 was terrible as well. But we're going off on a whole tangent here. We're going to try and do this as always spoiler free ish because Sash
Yes.
hasn't seen it and he's obviously going to go and see it. I don't know if he'll see it on Kenflix or actually go. I'd recommend seeing this on the movies. You know what? This was a
Yeah.
good one to watch. I went and saw it in iSense. I was a bit
Mhm.
disappointed this wasn't in IMAX. Neil, so you've seen it, I've seen it. We're going to try and do our
Yes.
best to do it kind of spoilery free.
Yes.
Where did this sit for you in the whole John Wick Wickerverse, as everyone is calling it? It seems to have built its own new trend up. I mean,
Yeah.
I went in with no preconceptions. I thought, you
Mhm.
know what? We talk spin-offs all the time on this show, and we like I say, DC, Marvel, fucking Star Wars, everything that we've talked about. Some we like, some we really don't like. I thought, you know what? I didn't read
Mhm.
anything really about this. I was the same as you guys. I watched the trailer. I saw
Mhm.
John Wick, and I'm thinking, the only thing I did Google is I need to know where these movie where it's set. I
Yeah.
need to know in the timeline where the fuck I'm going, what I'm watching. Do I need to watch anything before? I didn't. For those of you that are going to see it, it's set between John Wick 3 and 4.
Mhm.
Neil's got some really interesting series that we spoke about before we got recording because, full disclosure, Keanu Reeves is in this movie. If you've seen the trailer, you know he's in
Yeah.
it. He plays a pivotal role as well, really, in this movie. Um, Neil,
Mhm.
we talk all the time again, like I say, spin-offs, Star Wars. We know what your opinion is on them. We've done the Marvel spin-offs.
Mhm.
Is this a case, like I just said to Sash, of John Wick going, fuck it, we're going to have a go? We know John Wick makes millions and millions of dollars. Is
Mhm.
this them going, here, Disney, here, everyone, you can have this. Let's make a shit ton of money and see what we can do?
Weirdly enough, it.
because I liked it.
I think it is. I think it isn't just a money hungry thing,
Hmm.
but it does kind of feel like a money hungry thing.
Okay, you
And the
explain.
reason I'll say that is because I knew, like, it would quietly announced. Well, I believe it was quietly because I heard no big hype about it. After John Wick 2,
Mm,
I heard that. When I knew that they were making a John Wick 3, I also knew that they were going to make a
Ballerina.
spin-off
Yeah.
film, right? And I saw actually previs of this spin-off. And I thought, okay, cool. I'm like, I got no problems with that. I was like, because the action, I was like, this looks like the kind of action that is worthy of the John Wick, the first two films. So I thought, all right, yeah, that's what we're working with. And like, here we are, years later, it's come out and it feels ever so slightly like it is a bit of a money grab. If I didn't know that it was coming out like way back when, then I would feel like, oh, this is just a money grab.
Mm,
But
Mm,
it's not a money grab because it was like they positioned this. They said, look, we've done two of these, two John Wicks. We're doing another one. We're also going to do the spin-off movie. And I think it probably would have felt better or felt less like a crash grab if it came out before John Wick 4.
mm.
mm,
It's kind of set on the same premise as well. Obviously, Eve, played by Anna de
Diarmas.
Armas. That's it. What an actress, by the way. Incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you can't say that now. I saw something on the news yesterday. Do we have to call them all actors now?
She's an actress.
Right. And I was
Yeah.
like, I'm pretty sure they're actresses. Anyway, I
Mhm.
digress. She's again trained in the traditions of the Roscarama,
Yep.
set to seek revenge for her father's death. It's a
Mhm.
very plot that we've seen 1,000 times in these movies.
Yes.
It's let's see her as a little girl. Let's see the tiny little bit of the backstory. We see Winston in one of the earlier scenes. It's good to see him
Yeah.
again. You see the Continental, Lance Reddick, R.I.P. He's
Yep.
heavily. I
His
think
final role.
was this the last film he'd done, Neil? Do you know? I
Yeah, because
oh wow.
he'd
think
filmed
this
his
was,
parts for this, and then obviously filmed his parts for John Wick 4, and then
and
passed,
then passed
unfortunately.
away. Yeah, I think this was his
Well, I'm
last
not gonna
film.
lie, guys. That was a spoiler for me. I had no clue.
He's in
I,
it.
I had no
He's in
clue
the
that he was.
trailer.
He's in the trailer, dude.
I haven't seen the trailers.
This guy was a
Any of them.
workaholic. This guy's a
No, I've not
workaholic.
seen any of
Wow.
the trailers.
You
Oh
definitely
wow,
working.
Yeah, yeah.
you
Look,
are.
dude, with John Wick, I know what I know. Look, I know what I'm in for. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
Right.
like, I might have seen the first trailer,
He's in it.
but I don't remember it because it's not something that I rewatch
I
again.
think
You
the
know?
first trailer, because he hadn't long passed, I think opened with him saying "Welcome to the Continental,"
Oh, okay.
something
Yeah,
like
because it
that.
does. It's like every trailer that came out, you
Yeah, it
see
was.
it's
Yeah,
clearly it's him.
him.
He's in it.
Yeah, and I think because of what happened, and I think they wanted to pay homage to him, and I think a lot of it. Yeah, this was
Mm,
his last. So Lance Reddick, R.I.P. He's in it. You see Winston. Obviously, we all knew Keanu Reeves was in it. So
yeah.
Eve is trained in the arts as well, and she's
Mhm.
it's basically a. This is how, without giving too much, Sash, you kind of know what you're in for with this film. It's kind
Yeah.
of this is me getting trained.
Yeah,
This is me going to get revenge, and there's a lot of fighting scenes in it
Yeah.
without giving away too many spoilers.
yeah,
Mhm.
Do you know what? For what this movie was, I really enjoyed it.
Mhm.
We've spoke spin-offs all the time, and
yeah.
some of, but this I went in with an open mind, thinking, do you know what? I love John Wick,
Hmm.
love
Yeah.
this series. Speaking to Neil today about the Continental. Admittedly, I haven't watched that yet. The TV series spin-off where we see a young Winston, etc., etc. But from what I'm
Mhm.
hearing, I'm not really missing much. Um, but I liked this. I really
Mhm.
did like this movie. I like movies, Sometimes we sit because we do this quite a lot now.
Yeah.
You can overanalyze a movie and you dig deep. Sometimes it's nice just to go into a movie and go, there's going to be a shitload of fighting. There's going to be some great scenes where someone's getting an axe in their head, and I'm getting a little bit of a backstory. I'm still seeing John Wick, which is
Mhm.
good because we don't know where that's going, and we're going to get into that near the end of this episode because I heard, read, and stuff. They're definitely making another one.
Yep.
But yeah, Neil, Sash, I
Mhm.
really like this movie. The only thing that kind of let this movie down, Neil, me and you were talking before we recorded,
Mhm.
was it was a bit like the last Captain America. You could tell where the reshoots were, and the green screen
Yes.
work was
Yeah, you could.
so bad.
Right.
Sash, you are one of the biggest. You love, not love, but you spot this easy. When you watch this
Yeah.
Right.
movie, I can guarantee when you're watching it, you'll be like, "That's what Burrows and Neil meant." You'll see it straight away, and you'll be like,
It's hard to miss.
"You will not miss it." It was,
And I'm not a CG guy. I rarely ever care about it, but
Yeah.
when I can sit there and be like, there,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like,
Mm.
okay, that's not great.
Yeah. What did you really like about this movie? Now, before we get the likes and dislikes, without giving obviously too much, this is really hard
One,
doing, and our
okay,
co-host hasn't seen it.
yeah. What I really liked about it, um, do you know what? It's a very, very specific thing to do with the fighting, and it's. I hope to you it's not a spoiler. Is I like the fact that she gets thrown around. They
Hmm.
don't like, okay, yes, she's
Okay,
trained.
so basically there's progression in the
They said it in the
narrative.
trailer. They
No,
said you'll
no,
always be
No, no,
no,
no.
weaker.
I don't mean it
no,
like
no, but
that.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So basically, what you're saying is, unlike most female protagonist movies that are done today, where they're girl bosses straight away and can do everything, they actually show someone that goes through the hero's journey where they train and they become the best of the
It
best.
it's not as that is part of it, but it's not
Okay.
that. It's the fact that, Anna de Armas is like in reality, she's smaller than the three of us.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
So if she was in a
Like that
fight with
Jackie
us,
Chan factor, where what's enduring about Jackie Chan
Yeah.
fights is that he
And they
gets
really
beat
do
up,
show that in
but
this
he,
movie. They show
yeah,
her
yeah,
like
vulnerability.
she
They
gets
show
hurt and
she
she
gets.
gets back up,
is
and
very vulnerable. Okay,
it's
cool.
not a thing of like, oh,
Yeah,
she's fighting a 250-pound man and then
yeah,
like she's throwing him around the room. Like this is like, okay, you don't have the physical size or mass to throw this guy around. How do you get around that? And the fact that I really liked. There is one thing I have to point it out, and it's in the trailer, so it's not a spoiler for
I'll
anyone
tell
else
you
other
what, I'm
than
going to
you,
cover my
Sash.
ears.
Yeah,
For
there is
those watching
one
on
moment.
YouTube, yes, he is sitting
Yeah,
there covering his ears.
there is one moment in this film, and I absolutely did not like it. During one of the fights, when she's got no gun and she's got nothing but grenades,
Mm.
two things that she does. The first, where she, you know,
Hmm.
does the grenade behind the door,
Yep.
and the last person who gets killed with the grenade.
Yes.
Those two, I'm like, I'm sorry. I
That's
know
some.
what a grenade
Yeah,
does.
that's some John McClane shit right there.
Yeah, I was like, I know what a grenade does. There's no way in hell that that's going to happen in real life.
Yeah.
And
You're.
oh yes, I get it.
It's
It's
the movie.
John Wick
Yeah.
and that. It's
You're all
not real
dead.
life. But I was like, that's too far.
Yeah. But then you flip it
You
and
can
you
tell.
have the bit at the end with the flamethrower. Oh, dude, that was awesome.
Oh, I love that flamethrower bit.
Dude. Okay, Sash, you can uncover your ears now.
Dash, you good now?
You're good, bro.
We're
Yeah, you
good?
good.
Okay.
This is the hardest show to do when, we didn't want to leave him out and he's on it. But Sash, you need to go see this in the next week, all right?
Mm.
We can't do shows like this every week. Sit
Oh
there
man,
with
I'll
discoveries.
try, man. I've been
Honestly,
swamped.
it'll be on Kenflix hopefully soon. Ken, if you're listening to this, bro, get it on there, dude. Um,
Oh, you can't out a brother like that to
no,
the
we didn't,
internet
dude. Have you
police.
not heard of these things called Amazon Fire Sticks?
Yeah, but you don't out a brother, man.
Yeah, look, I'm with you, Neil. I thought this movie it was done really, really well. I think.
Yeah.
Do you reckon there's a fear when they make these kind of movies, thinking, "Fuck, we're chucking this into a John Wick verse now," and they're
I
thinking,
think I think yes. I think when you have something, the thing is John Wick, yes, there's only four John Wick films, actual John Wick films. And each time they've done a film, it's gotten better and better and better. The story's gotten better. The characters have gotten more interesting. There's no dip,
"No, yeah, I agree."
right? And
Well,
I think when
they've done what you should do with a good sequel. They've built upon the lore
Yes,
with each
yeah,
film.
exactly.
And
agreed.
you got to
Fully agree.
understand though, the original John Wick script before
Mm.
Chad and David Leitch came on board, because the
Yeah.
first film's directed by two directors, and they're two
Mm.
of the best action directors today, in my honest opinion, in Hollywood. David Leitch and Chad.
Chistel's
We'll call him Chad.
the
Yeah,
Chelsea.
Chad. Yeah. Like hands down, they do because the other guy went off and did Deadpool
Yep.
2. He did what was it, The Fall Guy, Bullet Train. Yeah, I mean, those are all fucking kick-ass movies, and it all starts with John Wick. And both these guys, I don't know whether you knew this,
Bullet Train's a
Steve.
kick-ass
Chad
movie.
was Chad was um
Bullet Train.
Chad was Keanu Reeves' stunt double in The Matrix,
Mm.
in the Matrix trilogy. In and David Leitch was Agent Smith's stunt double. That's how they all met. And
Mm.
basically, the original script for John Wick it didn't have the Continental, didn't have the gold coins. It was just straight up, he's an assassin, and
Yeah.
there was only like 5 people after him. They didn't have like loads of
Half the world.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All these agents sitting there looking at their phones.
Yeah. So obviously it changed once Chad and Leach came on board and just blew it apart, basically.
Mm.
And Keanu wanted them wanted them to direct it. He
Mm.
chose them because what happened was they wanted to direct a film to show everything that they had done in stunt stuff because they did the stunt work for Captain America: The Winter Soldier. All the fighting in that is
Mm.
both of them before they started directing.
Okay.
They do little bits in movies, for other directors, but they never have full control. So it's no wonder they've ended up being the best of the best for the action movie genre. And
Yeah.
also with the John Wick, like we said earlier, that each one builds upon the other one.
Mm.
Um, all these stuff that the spin-offs have come organically. They introduced the ballerina kind of thing in number 2, I think it was.
Three.
Is it
It's
3?
it's
Okay.
three. You see her
Yeah.
in three.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
they kind of
And
incorporate
then,
that in this movie.
yeah, and then the other thing, like you know what? When they cast Donnie Yen in the last movie, I automatically, because I'm a big Donnie Yen fan, okay,
Mhm.
well, I love Hong Kong cinema. And when I heard Donnie Yen is in there, I was like, yo, where's his spin-off? We need that now before he gets too old, man, because
Mm.
I need Donnie Yen to do that. I need a spin-off with his Star Wars character. Like now. Do you know what I mean? Make this shit happen, man.
No, I get it. I get it. Neil, the way this finished, we're not going to give it away.
Yep.
Are they making another movie or, because of where it is now and what platform it's on, TV series?
No, I think it would be another film.
Okay.
I think in order to continue it, it would need to be a film.
Could you use this, right? Sash, you can fully join in with this conversation now.
Mhm.
Could you use Ballerina
Yep.
somehow to set up John Wick 5? Because we all know it's going to happen. Full disclosure, everyone's
Ye-
seen John Wick 4, so we can talk about it.
Well, they've already
We don't
they've
actually, they've
already
already said they're doing it.
they're
Yeah.
already
We
announced.
technically didn't see him die.
Yeah, they've already announced the John Wick 5 and the Donnie Yen spin-off.
So are we
Mm.
going to somehow, would Ballerina play a role in John Wick 5, do we think, boys?
I think it would make more sense if she did, but at the same time, you'd probably have to limit her in the same way that you limit like Halle Berry in John Wick 3.
Mm.
Mm, okay.
Because obviously the way the film ends and what happens, it's very reminiscent of other things that have taken place in this world that we have all
Gotcha.
seen.
Yep.
So I think it would be like kind of a role reversal to what we saw in Ballerina.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you know what I mean, right?
I do.
The conversation that was had.
Yep.
So I'm like, it would be a nice role reversal, but at the same time, I think it wouldn't it wouldn't I at this moment in time can't think of a great way to organic not organically. I can't think of a great way to
Get her in the
make
movie.
her the driving force for a
Mm,
John Wick 5.
yeah. Because if you want, I mean, you could be in movies, You can use John Wick 5 to set up Ballerina 2, etc.,
Yeah.
etc. You could. There's so much that you could do. Did you think that this movie used Keanu Reeves, John Wick correctly? We saw not too much, but not enough. If that, and there was something in it. Again, we're trying to do this spoiler free for those that haven't seen it because it's only been out a few days.
Yep.
You saw enough of John Wick as well to go, yes,
Yeah,
that was good to see.
I think they didn't.
Okay,
I
interesting.
think uh the parts that are linking directly to John Wick 3,
Yes.
perfect, magical. Like that is Salt Bae, you know, dusting salt in the pork, right? That was perfectly done. The bits where they kind of go off on their own, no, I didn't think it was done well.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it was just because the reason I'm not a big fan of prequels and not I'm not a big fan of prequels. Anything that is a prequel, it could be, oh, this film is set before all of this happens, or this film is set between this
Mm.
and this.
So I didn't like The Hobbit.
I don't like I don't like them because what they do is they create problems that didn't exist until they made that problem
Yeah, I got you.
exist.
Yeah. That's why,
And
yeah,
it's
that's why I really didn't like The Hobbit. I don't know what you
yeah.
boys, yeah, they,
I mean, the Hobbit films, I wouldn't say I give them a free pass. I give them a lot of leniency because
mm,
the Hobbit book existed.
true. That is
So
very
it was
true.
like the Hobbit
Yes.
book
It did,
existed,
and
Lord of the
it
Rings existed. So it was like by seeing the Hobbit films, I'm like, you know what? It's fine because you're just taking a previous book that already existed and
Hmm.
you're putting it on screen. With like Ballerina and The Continental as a show and that, I'm like, you're taking something that didn't exist and now you're posing questions as well as trying to answer
Answer
questions.
them at the same time. Yeah. Sash,
Yeah.
did you watch The Continental?
no, I heard a lot of
Yeah, I
mixed
text Neil
things
like
on
an
it.
hour before we recorded this. I
Yeah.
was like, dude, do I need to bother with this? And he was,
Yeah,
and then my other friend was like, no, don't
I,
bother.
I, I do want to check it out. I do want to
Only
check
three
it out.
episodes long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do want to check it out eventually. There's just so much stuff to watch on TV and stuff. And
Oh, dude, it's
at
trying
the
to have
moment,
enough hours
at
in
the
the day.
moment, I'm in a comedy mood because Andor was a long burn, a good long burn. I enjoyed it, but
Uh-huh.
once you do a long burn show, I want something that's kind of quick and
Like,
snappy, and
Big
and for
Bang
me at
Theory
the
kind of
moment,
thing.
yeah, for me at the moment, I recommend Bad Monkey with Vince Vaughn. Great show. But the one that's stolen my heart, Ted Lasso.
Oh, dude, have you
I
just got into
believe
that now?
only now, only
Oh,
now.
I haven't seen
Sash.
any of Ted Lasso,
Oh,
so
Neil.
Oh man, Neil,
Neil, you
Ted
told
Lasso,
us today you haven't watched 24 apart from season one and you haven't seen
yeah.
Ted Lasso. What's happened to this podcast? We've only been gone a week and a half.
Ted Lasso, man. So yeah,
Boys, while
I'll
we're
get.
here, I need to, you two need to, I'm not going to see it. And Sash, you're going to fucking hate me. I might have to hand in my friendship card. What did you two think of the latest Mission Impossible? Come on then. People watching this,
I
they're gonna want us to talk about it. And this is where I probably have to
You know
sit here
what?
to go, this not,
I'll make you laugh, right? Myself and Sash had a conversation about it. I wound up ranting about it because
one of
And
Neil's
you
the
know what?
rants.
You actually you know what? You're not wrong, Neil. You're not wrong. I don't feel as passionately about you at that because I've always been a fan of the series.
yeah.
But I will agree with your score,
Mm.
if that makes sense. I think that's dead right because I was trying to give it more points. The more let's get the good out first, okay?
Yes.
Everything you see, which they're hyping up with the biplane sequence, yes, that is cinema. Okay, Tom Cruise, hats off. All right, you got Death Wish, and you're going to become Scientology Jesus. All right, I believe it. You're going to
Yeah.
die on the movie or something.
Somebody
Scientology.
But
needs
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. Tom Cruise, enough props
Scientology.
because he a madman. All right. I saw, you know what I thought was CGI? I thought, you know what? When he gets the parachute and it goes on fire and shit, there's got to be some CGI. No, that weren't CGI. Motherfucker, for 2 minutes, for 2 seconds worth of film, doused his parachute on fire and was free falling from the sky with a burning chute. For real. Man
that.
did that shit for real. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Even Jackie on the Karate Kid tour gave him props. Okay?
Yeah.
Gave him props. And that's that, Jackie's an OG of this shit. So
Yeah.
you know what? All of the biplane sequence is fantastic. As far as I'm concerned. I know Neil thought it was a bit too long. Fuck you,
Yeah.
Neil. I thought it was definitely the best thing about the movie, worth the price of admission for IMAX and all of that. However, it takes 3 fucking hours to get there, and it's not even a good 3 hours. It's fucking long as fuck.
Every review I read about this movie was
It's lo-
too long, too long,
too
too
long,
long, too
Exactly.
too
long.
long, too long.
And
You
I
know,
didn't even, I haven't even watched the fucking movie because you know
oh
me and
man.
my thoughts on Mission Impossible.
Right.
So,
Okay.
so here, honest to God, truth, yeah, you've seen the trilogy now. You've not got to the good shit, and I
Yeah,
do
because
say this
I
because
haven't got the
I,
patience because it's
I,
shit.
I tell you what, yeah. After the first three, it literally stops becoming the Tom Cruise show. It's more about the team, and once you've got Simon Pegg in it more
No,
as a
but
main character rather
jumps off building, jumps out
uh,
plane, bang,
You
bang,
know what?
bang.
yeah, yeah,
I did.
but
I'll tell
but
you like this, right?
Okay, go.
but
I'll,
coming
I'll
off of,
point it out to you, right? I'm going
yeah,
to point something out to you, right?
Okay.
I gave this film a 7 out of 10. And
Okay.
it's
you bet six,
important that
yeah.
I preface that I say I give it a 7 out of 10. And I must preface this
There's a butt coming.
because the things I'm going to say about this film will make you believe I didn't like it.
Yeah,
So I gave it a 7 out of 10 because I did like it.
Here it comes.
Can I hit it with can I use spoilers?
Dude, you can do what you want. I'm not going to watch it.
Okay, right. Okay,
Everyone,
fine.
listens. This is for the purpose of the completed it fans.
All right, well, fine. For
spoilers.
completed
Okay,
fans, I want you to understand
they
something,
did
right?
it. They finally did it. They did the thing I said I'd fucking
Yeah,
sash rage over. They killed
right.
my guy.
They killed
Killed off
off
Luke
a
Graham.
character, right? They killed off a character. Now, I'm not gonna say who the character is, but
I
they
just
killed off a
did. I just
character.
said it.
All right.
Yeah, you can
Well,
say it. So that's
they
just
killed off Luther, right?
Pissed
Now, here's the thing. I have no problem
with them killing him
with
off. It had to
the
happen.
character dying.
Yeah.
It ups the stakes. It makes it more, intense. Okay, I have no problem with character deaths. But when the film starts, the character is ill, right? And
Where did he get this
for the
illness
for
from? Yeah.
and for all intents purposes, it's a terminal illness, right? Because he's talking like I don't have much time left. He's that's how he's talking. So we're like, okay, cool. He's terminally ill. He's going to die. I understand that. I'm right there along with you. Then the villain comes and puts him in a trap, and that's how he dies. And I'm like, so you effectively killed this guy twice. He was right because he's already terminally ill. He ain't got that much time left. He said it. But then you're like, oh, but we're gonna stick him in this trap. So now it's not like it's not like he was fine. You put him in a trap and then him being like, okay, I accept my fate. I'm going to die. That I could have accepted. Or him being like, I'm ill, I don't have much time left, I'm going to sacrifice myself for this. I could have been on board with. But then you're like, you're terminally ill, but this villain has put you in a trap. Bye bye. And I was like,
As a
nah,
big as a big
you know,
disservice to the character because
yeah,
Luther throughout the whole of the series grows into one of the favorites, right? Like literally, especially in the last three previously before that, he's like the voice of reason, he's the heart of the team.
yeah.
And the way they fucking murked him off, I was
He's
like,
literally
yeah,
Ethan Hawke.
Ethan
He's
Hunt.
literally
Yeah,
Ethan Hunt's conscience.
yeah, yeah.
Whenever Ethan's like, I don't know if what should I do here, he is the one he goes. He's the one. Ethan, let me tell you something, and he just imparts wisdom on him. So that I didn't like. Another thing, and I don't say this to the Completed It podcast fans. I'm speaking directly to you, Thomas Cruise.
yeah. He listens to this weekly. I've heard he's subscribed ages ago.
Yeah.
Right? Listen to me. You are you're arguably the last movie star there is. You are fantastic in what you do. Stop trying to meet God and capture it on film. Right? Okay, I know you do all the little odd stunts. You are not going to capture God on film. All right? And one of these stunts is going to go wrong, and you're going to meet him, and the first thing you're going to say is, did they catch it? And he's just going to go,
Nope. Yeah. I saw something about this. It was on daytime TV. I don't know. I was at home during the day sometime.
Mm.
I had a day off work, and they were interviewing him. And Sash, you mentioned it earlier about the plane scene. He was talking about that,
Yeah.
and they were like, some dude was like, that they really didn't want to do it, etc., etc. Can we
Did you
use,
blame him?
yeah, can we use a stunt coordinator? And Tom
Yeah.
Cruise is like, no, I'm doing it. So fair play to the dude, like, but
Have you
Neil is
seen
right. One day he is going to be God filming a
have you
movie.
seen
Yeah.
that famous Matt Damon clip where
Ah,
he's
it's
Yeah.
brilliant. Yeah, he
yeah,
says, yeah, we're going to get another coordinator.
yeah. He just
Right.
gets another
Yeah.
guy.
Tom's like, just gets another dude.
Right.
But
And
yeah, I
also,
mean,
one other thing I need to point out, I am not an Olympic athlete. All right. I'm trying to keep myself in fairly good physical condition, but I'm not, Olympic
this
levels.
is the dude that couldn't record yesterday because he was in the gym for 3 hours.
I was in the gym for 2 hours today, right? But listen, Tom Cruise, I'm getting tired just watching you run. All he does is run, and I'm like, get into a car, right? And he literally gets into a car, the car crashes, and he runs the rest of the way. And I'm like,
Tom's
get a
making
bicycle.
he's making us look bad. Yeah, get a Boris bike or something.
Yeah. And it was like he runs in places that I'm like, you don't need to run there. Like he ran across, I think is it London Bridge?
Yeah, London.
Yeah.
I'm like, he ran across London Bridge and
Someone
London
get
Bridge.
this dude the Uber app.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you got all this technology. You can change your face. You can change your voice. You can't just
Uber.
Uber, right? I will do it for you. I will happily pay for you to get from one
Imagine,
place to another.
imagine the part of the Mission Impossible film where he's just stopped, he's sitting there waiting for like, oh, I'm just looking out for a Ford Sierra, coming silver
Yeah,
Ford
yeah, yeah.
Sierra.
The driver's name is Aziz. We're like, all
Yeah,
right, cool, I got
I'm,
it.
You know
I'm the
what? You
driver
know
who
what?
used
You
to
know
pick you
what?
up.
That should totally be a Simon Pegg moment. That
Mm.
sounds like a Simon Pegg moment
It
if you
does.
were to make a film.
It does.
You're like Ethan's running, and then you just got Simon just like
Mm.
Oh dear.
Uber.
Whereas I'm glad you got to talk about your Mission Impossible
Yeah.
fix.
But so Andy, Ghost
Yes.
Protocol, man. You gotta watch Ghost
No.
Pro. Come on,
Jumps
man.
You know what?
jumps off building, jumps out plane, parachute, yada
You know what,
yada.
Andy? I will say this, right? I watched the first couple of Mission Impossibles
Oh, dude.
in preparation for
Mm.
Final Reckoning, and I have to say I do agree with Sash. I think the first three films,
Oh shit.
no, I don't think they're shit. I think they're each special in their own way. The first film is a spy film. It's not a film. It's not. If you're an action junkie, this ain't the movie for
Name
you.
for you, yeah.
This is a thriller. This is a mental sit down. Really pay attention to everything you see happening. Right? That's what the first one is. The second one was
A 90s
Hollywood trying
action
to
movie.
capitalize
Yeah,
on John Woo. The
yeah,
fact that they had John Woo available, and he was like, this is the guy that did Face Off. This is the guy that did Hard Boiled.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
the guy. So they took that and they were like, let's see what he can do with Tom Cruise. Right? That film is not a Mission Impossible film. It's a John Woo film with Mission Impossible characters.
Okay.
If you look at it like that, it becomes a far better film than if you try and say Mission Impossible films.
Okay.
The third film is sort of like a palate cleanser for number two. Once we get to number four onwards, then it becomes this is what Mission Impossible is, and
Yeah.
this is what you're going to see,
Okay. I
right?
might give it one more.
I would say, all right, I would say this, right? If
So I'll
you
come for you guys
watch,
though if it's
just watch, literally watch four and five.
okay.
It, if you watch four and five and you still feel the same, then I would concede and say, all right, okay, fine.
Yeah. The
But I
second one was
reckon if you watch four
I'll
and
be
five,
honest.
you'll be
I'll
like,
be honest
okay,
with you, Andy.
mm-hmm.
The first three I liked, but I wasn't a fan. I wasn't
Okay.
like a Mission Impossible super fan. I was like, yeah, I like that first movie. Not so much the second one. That was a bit bullshit. And then the third one, I was like, okay, they brought it back kind of thing, but it's still not real Mission Impossible. Because my problem with Mission Impossible, which is another reason why I don't like this current one, it's the Tom Cruise show. You know what I mean?
Mm,
But then Ghost Protocol came and they gave us a team. They gave us a team of actors that also carry on in the other ones as well, kind of thing. And they gave us a team and it felt like a team. And I like the team element of Mission Impossible, and it's not just Tom Cruise. It's Simon Pegg. It's fucking Vink Rhames because Vink Rhames Luther has been there from day one. So, which enrages me more.
Not anymore, it ain't.
Yeah, yeah, not anymore. But like,
Even
seriously,
I
Too
man,
know that.
soon. Too
Yeah.
seriously,
soon.
Sorry, boys. I meant to
with
break your
Ghost
heart.
Pro, Ghost Pro was like the one that made me. And the other thing with Ghost Pro, I watched that. I did watch that in IMAX. I was seeing the Burj Khalifa sequence in IMAX. Fuck
Mm.
me, I had vertigo.
I've become an IMAX snob now. I hate not watching movies in IMAX now.
Yeah, well, I'll go
I've
if
become
it's
a
like a big
snob. I went and
blockbuster.
saw
Like I can't
Ballerina and
wait.
I Sense. I was fuming that it wasn't. And when you'll know,
Yeah.
Sash, when you go and see it, there's some scenes in there. I'm thinking, man, I Sense was good, but IMAX would have been.
Boy.
Even Karate Kid. I'm seeing Karate Kid maybe tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow, definitely Thursday. That's not in IMAX either.
Is
And I'm,
that any good, Neil?
yeah, Neil's.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Oh wow, okay.
I it's a 7.7.
Mm.
I want to give it an 8,
Mm.
but the part of me that is like, no, forget your emotions. Technically, this and this didn't match up, and that
I
and
know
that.
it's never going to happen because they more or less said it. Like, but I haven't
Right.
seen anything recently because I haven't been because I just want to watch it. But I
Right.
heard early on that fucking there's no Cobra Kai ties and fucking Johnny's never going to show up in it. So I was a bit about that. But
I'm not going to say anything about that. All I
yeah,
will say is
yeah,
that my
love Cobra Kai.
I had two chief issues with this film's existence.
Oh, okay,
One was was dealing with Cobra Kai,
yeah,
the events of Cobra Kai, things. So there was that. My other issue with it was, how do you link the original Karate Kid
to
film,
the
the original trilogy, to the
Jackie Chan one.
Jaden Smith,
Yeah,
Jackie Chan one, considering it's a
yeah,
remake of the first film, right?
yeah.
Hmm.
How they bridge that gap,
Uh,
and I'm not a spoiler, but they bridge that gap within in the first minute and a half,
mm,
and how they bridge that gap, I was like, okay, you know what, you're fine, you're fine.
Okay.
I was like, do what you're doing, I'm with you. I was
okay.
like, as soon as I saw it, and I was like, okay, do what you're doing.
Yeah,
I'm fine. I'm with
I'm
you. I'm
good.
with
Let's
you.
get on with the
I'm gonna
movie.
take this journey with you. I'm comfortable in my seat now.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna hopefully check it out. I'm gonna try and go Thursday. I'm off this week work. I'm gonna going down to visit
Right.
my mum, but they have a old school cinema where there's like 10 seats in this fucking movie theater near where my mum lives in
I
Galston.
love those kind of
Yeah, I'm
cinemas.
hitting one. Like I said to my mum, like the nearest Odeon's in Norwich. I'm not driving nearly an hour to go and sit in a fucking deluxe. But she's like, we've got one in Galston. It's got like 10 seats in it. I'm like, I'm there Thursday. So I
It'll
think
do.
I'll see it Thursday. Sash, if you leave the house in like the next month, maybe go and see it so we can possibly review it, or me and Neil will
Yes,
jump on and
I very much want to see Sasha's opinion on
you
this,
can pre-order it on
because
Sky Store, so it ain't gonna be long.
yeah,
Ballerina's already
there are
pre-order.
things, yeah, because there's things that happen in this movie that I don't think anyone under the age of I'm gonna say anyone under the age of 35, I don't think you can fully appreciate some of the things that happen in this movie.
Right.
Okay,
And I think
interesting.
because if you're above that age, you grew up
Mm,
with Jackie Chan.
yeah.
Hmm.
And I think that there are things that happen in this movie that I'm like, this is nostalgia.
Right.
Okay, yeah, but John who jumps on here with us, John Noakes, who's listening to this, he said it was one of the most. It's a nod, it's a thank you, it's nostalgic. He said he walked out of that cinema going, "That's Karate Kid." I'm like,
Yes.
okay,
Yes, it is.
okay. So yeah, hopefully I'm gonna go see it Thursday. Neil, I know you've seen The Accountant too. We need to break that down at some stage.
Yes, we
I
do.
really, Sasha, have you seen? No, of course you haven't.
No, not yet. But it's on. But it's on
Oh, yeah, it's on
Amazon.
Amazon Prime now.
Yeah,
So
it's on
yeah,
Amazon
I
Prime. It's on Paramount Plus.
can check that.
Check that out so we can sit down and talk about that. But yeah, there's some really cool movies coming out for the lucky fuckers over in the States. You get to go and see the new Superman movie really soon. You can order your tickets now. The Amazon Prime previews. The tickets got we over here. We're not getting anything. Fuck us. We're not. We have to wait till July the 11th. I'm
Don't
hopefully
get
Warner
money.
Brothers. Neil, honestly, we're gonna fall out. The greatest superhero on earth is hitting our screens on July the 11th. It's going to be tremendous. Neil, I don't know if you'll be invited for that review. I don't want you to break my heart. I love having you on these shows. I really and
As
you're
I've
like
said
you're like
before,
a movie Yoda. But
like
if you
as I
ruin
said
this for me,
before, right?
you might
I've
be a big dude, but I'll hire someone to kick the shit out of you.
like I will take any brawl in order in defense of my dislike of Superman.
Dude, yeah, Sash. I don't
I
know if we'll
very
have
much
him on.
want it. I want it to succeed.
It's only, you know, it's only 2 hours 5 minutes long. This movie,
Well,
I
that's
mean,
good.
that's a good
That's a good
thing.
two
time.
hours
Tom
5 minutes.
Cruise, Tom Cruise, take note.
Yeah, Neil's like that's 2 hours 4 minutes too long. But
Tom Cruise, take note.
yeah, 2 hours
Right?
five
You know
minutes.
what
This
I
movie,
mean? Two
from
hours five, that's fine. That's
yeah,
that's a good length, right?
yeah.
The only thing for me, genuinely, is the fact that because I am an absolute die-hard fan of the Fantastic Four,
That's coming out 2 days before it, 3 days before it, something like that. Jurassic
it,
Park's out the week
you
before.
know, I'm like the fact that I was like, oh, Superman's coming out. I couldn't care less. If there was nothing else coming out but Superman, then maybe I might feel different. But in my mind, I'm just like, I don't care what super. Listen, you could be the greatest comic book movie ever. You have however many days to be that until Fantastic Four comes out, and then I will literally just like I will I will throw a bottle of warm piss at Superman because I'm like I love the Fantastic Four too much to care about anything other than
Superman
that.
would whip all their asses. That's
Uh,
a discussion for another time. Let's not do that. Just look, I could see him. He was coiled, Sash. He was coiled.
No,
He was
listen,
coming for
right?
me.
I've always said it, and people hate it when I say it, right? Harry Potter could kill Superman.
Honestly, well, we're not doing this. Honestly, I'm not getting in this boat. I can see him with the little fishing rod. He's like, Andy, come here, Andy.
Listen, I'm really listen. I am on the Orca, and I have all the captains with me. I'm reeling
Oh
them
no,
in.
he's reeling us in. One thing I heard about Jurassic Park, the new movie comes out in little under a month. If you are a
Yes.
fan of the original trilogy,
Mhm.
this film will blow your mind. From
All right.
everything that I read and seen, this film will
Okay.
blow. This is what Karate Kid, the latest Karate Kid. This is Jurassic Park's
I'll
homage.
believe
This
it
is
when
a
I
this
see
is a
it.
homage, apparently. Yeah, I will. But I think because I think the last three done us all, and we were. I didn't mind them, but they were like,
No, I think the last two.
Yeah, last
I think
two.
you know
yeah,
what it
But
is. We
I
lump
like Jurassic World. I
yeah,
thought
we lump
that
yeah.
Jurassic
was a
World
solid
in with
flick.
this because it's like
Yeah.
a three-peat.
I like
It's
the cartoon
three
series on
films.
Netflix.
So we
I'm not
lump
gonna
them
lie.
in together. But if we're being honest, Jurassic World is arguably the second best Jurassic Park film.
Mhm.
No,
But
not for
Jurassic
me
Park,
anyway. Not for me.
for me, you got Jurassic Park, then you got
Yeah.
Jurassic World, then you've got The Lost World, and then, maybe you can say Jurassic Park 3, and then after that you've got the last two
You know
Lost
what?
Jurassic World films.
As bad as the last 20 minutes of The Lost World is,
Hmm.
'cause that kind of destroys the whole film for me.
Hmm.
A lot of that film is classic Spielberg. A lot of it. So much of it.
Hmm.
There's a whole like the sequence with the baby T-Rex is
Hmm.
fucking fantastic.
Mm.
It's fucking fantastic. There's so much in that movie to like in The Lost World before it kind of goes down. Even when it went
Yeah.
downhill, it wasn't that bad, I don't think. Like I still enjoyed it, you know what I mean, for what
We
it
will
was. But
we'll definitely jump on and review Jurassic Park. We're
yeah,
definitely you
but
boys might do Fantastic Four. That's not for me. I could just sit here like this with my hands over my ears and I don't really care because I think they're shit. Um
uh,
then Superman, look at his face. Then Superman, the great Superman will be out
we got to
July the
do
11th.
Fan
We
Four
might
though.
yeah.
I'm
What
I'm I'm there opening
Superman, yeah,
day.
yeah, we're watching that together, bro. We're IMAXing that up. We'll take Neil for shits and gigs. We're gonna go and watch that in IMAX. But boys, you've kept me too long already. I've missed like half an hour of Love Island for this. You know what I mean? For all you completed it fans out there, yeah, I watched Love Island. But we're glad to be back. We had like 12 days off. Sash has been the hardest working man in the world. I've been working really hard
Mm.
as well. But we're trying to get some content out to you as and when we can. Marvelous Mondays, we haven't forgot about them. So me and Sash will be sitting down talking about the first what we up to, the first Thor movie, I think we're up to next, Sash,
Oh,
for Marvelous
good luck.
Monday, and then obviously Captain America. Neil, you're more than welcome to join us for them if you want to. Check us out on
Happy to,
social
happy
media.
to.
We are on X at Completed It Pod, but just go onto YouTube, type in Completed It podcast. You'll see that little logo that's behind me there. But we do really appreciate everyone that supported us. We'll be back in the next couple of days, weeks. We will be back within the next week to talk all things movies. But until next time, everybody, stay safe.